Episode 15. A couple of things that I missed. It's probably my age, so I'm just going to do a little recap. On the 30th of September, I went to court and the judge gave me my challan. This was my charge sheet, about this thick. And in it was my statement, and then lots of statements from customs and whatever. And the judge gave me a 3-month date, which put me into a serious depression straight off. I thought, well, I've just been charged, and now I have to wait 3 months before I go back to court. That's how it was. On the plus side, Prisoners Abroad, which is a charity in England, had sent me £70. This was going to come every 3 months. This worked out at 490 rupees a week. At that time, if you bought chewing tobacco, which was in 2.5 gram packets, outside there were 2 rupees, inside there were 200. And I bought the odd packet just so that I could get a smoke from time to time. But there were times I'd go weeks where I had no more money left and there was nothing to smoke. Anyway, while I was at the hospital recovering from the pneumonia, I spent a lot of time with Chris, the Frenchman, spelt with a K. And this guy, he is truly spiritual. I've never ever come across a man like this. He had it sorted. And I spent many hours just listening to this guy talk to me, and it was all going in, but it was having no effect. You know, it would be a year later when I took this benefit and much, much more. Anyway, the day came and I went to Central Jail number 4 to the Vipassana ward. And it was beautiful. There was 20 cells in there, in the whole of the ward. And there was fruit trees, pomegranate trees, all this kind of stuff, birds in there. It was like a different world. The calmness was unbelievable. Anyway, we started the course the following day. It was for 10 days, and for 10 days you don't speak. Not one word. You don't speak. If you have a problem, you could go to see the Vipassana master and speak to him. Otherwise, you didn't speak at all. We would get up at 3:45 in the morning, and at 4 o'clock we would start meditation for 2 hours. Then we'd go back to our cell and just relax, have a shower. And when I say shower, that would be a bucket of water with a jug that you would tip over yourself where the toilet was. 7 o'clock, breakfast. 8:30, back to meditation. And that's how it went on throughout the day. After 2 hours, you go back to yourself for a little break. You'd have lunch. For about an hour and a half, you'd have a break. And you'd be back to meditation. Over the 10 days, we did approximately 100 hours of meditation. And this meditation just consists of focusing on your breath. That's all it was. You breathe in through your nose, you breathe out through your nose, and you focus on your breath. You feel the breath on your nose, on your lips, and slowly, slowly, you feel it coming in. Unfortunately for me, on the second day, I got a cold. So my breathing was very, very difficult. After a few days, I got back into it. And I'll be honest, a few mornings when we'd go for meditation at 4 o'clock, by 5 o'clock I'd be sleeping. It was hard, but it was very rewarding. All I can say is a lot of shit come up that I can't even begin to explain. And something happened to my mindset. Anyway, this night, a servitor come with a bucket of warm water, which was a treat to have a shower with a bucket of warm water. Bearing in mind now we're into like late October. It was good. Anyway, I'm having this shower and I get water in my left ear. Nothing unusual about that, except that when I finished, it was muffled. And this stayed with me for the rest of the course. When I went back to Central Jail number 3, one morning I woke up and this muffled sound had gone and I had this high-pitched whistling right there. And it's never left me. I discovered it was tinnitus after some time. And it just added to my misery. It was there 24/7. Didn't matter what was going on. This noise was continuous. As I'm told you know, I'm listening to it. But I've had this for so many years, it's part of my life. And I just get on with it, of course. During this time, I managed to buy some food and I got a box of coffee. Man, was I so happy. I had a box of Nescafe coffee. And I would share this with Rick, another guy that I knew. And I can't say things were looking up. They were looking down because the weather was getting worse. And I only had a t-shirt and a pair of trousers and flip-flops, or chappals as they call them in India. And then Mick came up to me one day, gave me a couple of pairs of socks, which was a treat. And then Chris, bless him, gave me a pullover, a thick, thick pullover. And that sustained me through the winter. And believe you me, I suffered. That's all I can say. I suffered. Next time.